Everyone, it's Chef TJ Cox, Team Beachbody Coach. Posted online the other day about doing some healthy nachos. If you're like me, you love nachos, the ball games, whatever event it might be, all the cheese and jalapenos and just junks on them. But you're looking at about 18,000 calories there. So what I did is I came up with a recipe that I saw online, modified it a little bit to try to make some healthy nachos. So what we've got here is I've got 2 whole wheat tortillas, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some olive oil on them because we want them to crisp up because we want nacho chips. And I mean, that's what they are. They're just deep fried anywhere else, but we're going to bake them off and they're still going to be good and crisp. So I'm just going to spray that on there. If you don't have a sprayer, these sprayers are great because it keeps you from using too much olive oil. Move that out of the way too. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread some cheese. So if you're familiar with the 21-day fix, blue containers cheese, I've got 2 of the blue containers of cheese here. And I'm going to divvy that out half and half here. And I'm just going to kind of spread it out. I know everybody loves their cheese, but at least this is going to give you some cheese flavor. If you want to add some on later, I'm not going to tell you. But you have to hold yourself accountable. Alright, so we got these on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them in the oven for about 375, about 10 minutes or so. Check them, see if they're crisp. If they're not crisp yet, I'll leave them in there a little longer. So we're going to stick these in. We're going to set your timer. Alright, so I got that done. So next, I've got a hot pan already sitting here. I love fajitas, so nacho fajitas sounded really good to me. So what we're going to do is I've got about 3 containers roughly, or about 2.5 of the green containers of veggies of onions and peppers. Okay, so I'm going to dump those in and get those started sizzling. I like mine caramelized, so I like to cook them really good. So all I did with the peppers and onions was I sprayed a little bit of the olive oil on them, and then I just tossed them around, and so we're going to let those cook. Okay, so I've got my onions and peppers in about 7 to 8 minutes. They've caramelized pretty good, so what I'm going to do now is add in the chicken with them. So I've got 2 red containers, protein containers of chicken here that I've diced up. I'm going to add that in. Mix that around real good. And let that cook along with the peppers and onions. Then what I've got is I made my own fajita seasoning. What it is about a half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of coriander, and a half a teaspoon of oregano, and I threw in a little crushed red pepper because I like it spicy. So we're going to throw that in there. So let all that cook together, and then our tortillas are going to be out here in a couple of minutes. The chicken should be out in a couple of minutes, and we're going to put this beautiful dish together. Okay, so we got the nachos done. It took about 12 minutes at 375, and here they are. It's kind of hard to see, but they're going to roll off. But they're nice and crisp, and the cheese melted and got all brown on top, which is good. And then we have our meat and our chicken and our veggies all together that were cooked all together. So what we're going to do is we're going to spread this on top. As you can tell, it's still good and hot, which is awesome. If you're like me, I could just eat the meat and stuff together. So let's get all that in there. Alright, got that. Next, I like my tomatoes and my jalapenos, so we got to put those on. Spread those on real good. Nothing wrong with spicy. A few more of those jalapenos in there. There we go. And then I have some homemade salsa, so I'm just going to put just a little bit of that on top. A little bit more heat and flavor. Now let's see how these bad boys taste. So, got my tortilla, or my chip I should say, some meat, a little jalapeno, another jalapeno. Mmm. I won't have a napkin. That is so good. Man. Stay tuned to Chef TJ, the Healthy Chef on YouTube. Look me up on TJ Cox on Facebook. Beachbodycoach.com/Chef TJ. If you have any ideas for some food that you want, shoot them my way. I'll work them out for you. We'll get them on here. Stay healthy, stay fit, keep that lifestyle change going.